All right, everybody. Ready for some turkey and travel?
Hopefully some travel before the turkey.
Uh-huh. Good point.
But seriously, folks, we're diving deep into the Thanksgiving travel forecast today.
And let me tell you, based on the National Weather Service update from November 23rd, 2024, it's looking like it might be a bumpy ride for some of us.
Yeah, we're looking at a potential winter storm developing, and it's hitting right when millions are trying to get to their Thanksgiving destinations.
Not exactly the kind of pre-dinner entertainment we were hoping for.
Definitely not. And this isn't just a little dusting of snow either. We're talking serious stuff.
Oh, yeah. They've already issued winter storm watches for some parts of the country.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of us who maybe haven't checked a weather app recently, what does a winter storm watch actually mean?
Well, think of it like a yellow flag, basically. It's a heads up that conditions are looking pretty good for a big winter storm to develop. Doesn't necessarily guarantee a blizzard, but it's definitely a sign to start paying attention. Like, airports have those snowfall thresholds for when they got to start delaying or canceling flights.
Right.
This watch is telling us we might be hitting those numbers. Remember that Thanksgiving travel mess back in 2019? The storm could be causing the same kind of disruptions.
Oof. Okay, so not just a little snow. We're talking potential travel nightmares.
Potentially, yeah.
And they're specifically saying we could see up to a foot of snow in the Great Lakes region.
Yeah, up to a foot.
That's a lot. Like enough to bury a car? What are the biggest worries for folks traveling through that area?
Absolutely. A foot of snow is nothing to mess with. We could easily see a lot of highways shutting down, visibility getting super low, and just treacherous driving conditions overall.
Yeah.
Airports in that region are probably going to have major delays and cancellations too. This is definitely a situation where travelers should think about changing their plans if they can.
Especially if they've got a tight schedule or they're traveling with kids.
Exactly. Flexibility is key here.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it's not just snow we're dealing with, right? The forecast also mentioned some pretty heavy rain on the East Coast.
That's right.
How does heavy rain compare to snow when it comes to causing travel issues? Is it less of a worry?
Well, it might not seem as dramatic as a full-blown blizzard, but heavy rain can definitely still cause a lot of headaches for travelers, especially on the East Coast where we could be looking at 3 to 5 inches.
Wow, okay.
That much rain could lead to flash flooding in certain areas, making some roads impossible to drive on. And then you've got reduced visibility and slick roads, which always increase the chances of accidents.
Right.
And don't forget about air travel too. Heavy rain can cause all sorts of delays and cancellations at airports, especially the ones that are already pretty busy.
Yeah, that's a really good point, especially for folks who, like you said, are on a tight schedule. So we've got potential blizzard conditions in the Great Lakes and flooding rains on the East Coast. Given where this storm seems to be headed, how likely is it that Thanksgiving Day itself is going to be directly impacted?
Well, the latest models are showing that the worst of the snowfall in the Great Lakes will probably hit in the days leading up to Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But the East Coast could still be dealing with rain right through Thanksgiving Day itself.
Oh, man. So for those who are already on the road, what should they be doing if the forecast starts looking worse?
Well, the most important thing is to stay informed. Download a weather app that gives you real-time updates on road closures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure you know some alternate routes just in case. If things start getting really bad, you might even want to find a safe place to wait out the storm, even if it means getting to your destination a little late.
Yeah. Safety first, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we've covered a lot today. Any last bits of advice for those brave souls hitting the road for Thanksgiving?
You bet. Check that forecast regularly. Pack for all kinds of weather just in case. You might even want to think about getting travel insurance. And above all, remember, safety over speed.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Stay safe out there, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
So, we've talked about all the potential travel headaches, but it makes you wonder, how can we make sure that Thanksgiving travel stays enjoyable and safe for everyone, even with the threat of bad weather looming over us?
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess we'll have to ponder that one.
Something to think about over our turkey and stuffing. All right, everyone, stay informed, be prepared, and have a fantastic Thanksgiving.
We catch you next time.